Hello, Sinvicta.
Hello, Northernlion.
How you doing?
Been better. Been better. I, you know, when you beat yourself, that's one thing, but when you assist your opponent in beating yourself, that's a totally different can of worms.
What can I say? I'm like
So
a geography cobra. I lay in the bushes waiting for a little scrap of information, and then I strike and I don't let go.
you are every bit of a cat person that could ever be stereotyped as a cat person. Opportunistic,
Hello,
sly,
all you
cunning.
cool cats and kittens. Let's say it. This is the last game of the week. Three, two, one. Good luck.
Good luck, have fun. I have made a pledge to shut up about anything in Geoguessr anymore.
No.
I think that I think that you could have possibly sussed out where we were, maybe, but me telling you how many languages or how common the language was didn't help me at all.
It did help me out. I'll admit.
Yeah, it helped you out greatly, I would say, and cost me the game.
I would say it was helpful. I would definitely not say it didn't help.
So I'm to my side. I apologize. I will never talk to Ryan Laterno ever again. Get
uh,
ready for the most banterless
You know,
series
it,
ever.
it is what it is. Sometimes you got to turn on the jets if you wanna crank it into high gear.
What? Oh, it's a tarpon.
It's a tarpon. Let's go. I know where we are.
Ah, I've screwed up already. I only have tarpon here.
Wow, this is not because of you at all, but I actually found out where we are.
Really?
Yeah, but it was like kind of just a little bit of a fluke for sure.
Okay.
No doubt about that.
Well, that's gonna be a bit of a problem.
I think you can figure it out. Quite frankly,
I mean, I've seen a language. Oh, and I've seen a dead end. So I'm gonna go back. I need to go look at that sign again.
I got the utmost faith.
It's very, very, very pretty here.
It is nice. I believe this is why John McAfee tried to make his new life here.
It is very pretty. It ain't. I mean, it ain't Bermuda pretty,
Yeah,
but it's pretty.
it's no Boise.
hmm.
Did I ever tell you about the time? This is, by the way, is was my introduction to, in some ways, to American college football culture. We were in Seattle for PAX. We went to a restaurant chain well known called the Yard House.
Okay.
They serve very tall glasses of beer. Um,
Yeah,
while
I know what the restaurant is.
while in the
Restaurant
Yard
chain.
House, what appeared to be 400 barbarians wearing all purple came in, and they had a whole rehearsed song and dance that was like
Mm-hmm.
Boise State, Boise State, and they were doing things with their hands, and like they were in like a human conga line to get to their like many tables. They took over the restaurant. Did not care at all about disturbing anybody else's meal, for the record.
Okay.
And then I was like, well, that's pretty messed up. And then 6 hours later, get out of the PAX convention, just a bunch of dejected people all over town wearing blue and orange hats and jerseys and jerseys and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Turns out Boise State lost that afternoon, and honestly, couldn't have happened to a nicer crowd, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't. Oh wow. Yeah, that is it, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. I actually found it.
Yay, there you go.
I was looking at the. I was looking at the language, and I was looking at the direction of where the ocean was. I've actually been to this part of the world before.
You've been
Not in
that.
this. Not to this part, but
Yeah.
yeah, you got me by 1 point.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a hop, skip, and a jump from Cancun.
Ah.
Cancun is beautiful.
I've heard.
It's just like that.
I've heard.
Very beautiful. Yeah, the college football culture is just, it's something that you have to experience it. But trust me when I say that as a bartender working in a college town during college football season, it's something.
Are you closer to Texas or A&M? University of Texas or Texas A&M?
Texas A&M is where I am closer to.
Okay. Is that or is it Texas Tech that's the one that you were working close to?
No, Tech isn't the
nerd school.
The main rival of A&M is the Longhorns.
The Aggies.
Yeah. And Aggies versus Longhorn, but the Aggies dropped out of the Big Ten a while ago.
Voluntarily?
So they no longer play each other anymore. It was a conference restructuring. So the A&M and UT rivalry are completely gone. It's all gone.
So
but
when
on fire and stuff.
The first year I was at university, my university won the Canadian Football Championship, which is a pretty big deal locally, not internationally, obviously.
Yeah, it's like winning it's like state.
And our quarterback was like one of the best university quarterbacks in Canadian history.
Okay.
He is an investment banker now.
Dude, I mean, calling the shots.
In some ways, he's the quarterback of the economic system at his place of residence or work, I should say.
That's what I'm saying. I'd want a quarterback as my investment banker.
I'd probably want someone who maybe was less involved with sports and more involved with academics.
That investment requires leadership. It requires...
it's all just time in the market, really. You gotta. It's just right place, right time. Just flip a coin. That's what my financial advisor does. It's working out pretty well so far. Haven't heard from him for 6 months, but I'm sure it's probably going okay.
These are my favorite type of British snacks.
Jellied eels.
They're called Jammy Dodgers.
Oh, Jammy Dodgers. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You never had them?
I don't think so. We have some British snacks in Canada, though. I can't say for certain I've never crossed paths.
How is it that the British were so good at making desserts and candy, but so awful at making other stuff?
You know what? It's an interesting question. They do seem to excel at cakes, pies, and pastries.
Yeah, and treats. And they're like, oh, here, we created Roundtree's fruit pastels. We have these incredible scones. And then they're like, would you like to try some liver pie there, Governor?
Extremely offensive. Well, I know where we are.
Okay.
But I don't know, like, where we are. You know what I mean?
I ain't saying nothing.
I mean, I know where we are.
Where do you think we are?
I'm going to say it rhymes with, well, I mean, that time's up.
Van Mover.
I see. He's making a Vancouver joke.
Yeah.
Didn't look too much like Vancouver.
I got you by 600.
How'd you get as close to Urumqi or wherever
I found Jaffna.
I never saw Jaffna.
Yeah. I had a feeling that we were on Sri Lanka because of all of the mopeds. It's the only place in the world that has mopeds.
I saw a big sign that said Sri Lanka.
That also probably could have helped. CRC in Defensa de la Revolución.
It's dry here. I make this joke every time, but bring your lip balm.
Burt's Bees.
Burt's Bees. That'll work.
Yep.
That'll work.
How are you with lotion? Do you like the feeling of lotion on your skin, or does it make you feel like you got something foreign that needs to be removed from it?
Um, on my face and other parts of my body doesn't bother me at all. On my hands, takes some getting used to.
So you don't mind it on your legs.
No, it wouldn't bother me, I think. But I've never found a reason to require full body lotioning. I've had to lotion my hands a lot during quarantine because when you wash your hands so much, it like
Yeah,
does some damage. But
yeah, because you're stripping all the oils and
oh
stuff
yeah,
off every single time. That was an awesome Bob Marley thing.
you think we're in Nairobi?
I do not think that we're in Nairobi, judging by all the Spanish that I've seen.
You strike me by the phrasing here as not an ocean guy. Or ocean, not a lotion guy.
I was gonna say I'm a huge ocean guy. What are you talking about?
Not a lotion guy.
No, I do not like the feeling of ocean on my skin.
He means lotion.
Yeah, it for me, like I always feel like I'm slimy and I've like
Yeah.
clammy, and especially on my legs. Like I can deal with it, but if I can't, I don't understand how people are able to sleep with like tons and tons of lotion on, or like conditioner in their hair or stuff like that.
Kind of stick to the blankets.
Yeah, like it feels like you're wearing like suntan lotion, and like all the sheets are like sticking to your skin, and you get hot because everything's like clogged and stuff.
You know what I've found out? Tanning lotion and sunscreen are not the same thing.
Yeah, one protects you from the sun. The other one like hydrates and like tries to get you like a bronzer.
I had no idea. I'm being 1000% sincere. I had no idea that there were people on Earth who, when they went out, put on like peanut oil so they actually cooked a little bit more.
Yeah. It's called bronzers.
You don't care for, the risk of melanoma or, even just visible sun damage.
You gotta help the sun out. Sometimes the sun needs a little bit of human help to be more powerful.
I think it's the most powerful celestial thing that we're capable of experiencing on a first-hand basis.
But it's not good enough to brown my skin.
I whenever people said suntan lotion, I always thought they were talking about it's just a different name for sunscreen. But apparently that's not the case.
I don't know. Put me here. I'm going off of just the location of the ocean.
That's what I did too.
Well, we were both wrong. I got you by 500 somehow.
Yeah,
but I put myself in Colombia.
You weren't as wrong as I was then.
Yeah. It was very pretty there.
It was nice.
It was Ecuador.
It's nice. It's a very, very tropical Geoguessr so far. It works against me. I'm not a tropical guy. I'm more of I operated the poles. I'm more of a pole sitter, if you will.
Just don't be a fence sitter.
Oh no, I have very strong opinions that I predominantly keep secluded to the Discord.
There's too many of them on YouTube.
There's too many of everyone on YouTube though.
Yeah, there's too many YouTubers. Period.
There's too many fence sitters. There's too many extremists. There's too many centrists. There's too many people who opt out of it completely. There's too many gamers. Too many Isaac players specifically.
I'm not going to name names, but this is something that you can appreciate. I think.
Okay, all right.
I was contacted by someone who follows me, who is also apparently a content creator.
Okay.
And they wanted to support my Patreon.
Oh,
they
okay.
said, hey, I just wanted to ask you if it was cool if I could support you, because I am a well-known atheist, and I don't want people thinking the wrong thing about you or like my endorsement of you. And I wanted to know if you were cool with that. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't answer their message because I wasn't entirely sure what they were asking, but I'm just like, I appreciate the thought that it took to say, hey, maybe I may possibly make someone feel uncomfortable. Let me ask them first.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, that was very thoughtful. It was insightful. I appreciated that.
You and I have very different opinions about that.
Okay.
I don't think it's not nice, but I will admit my first response to that email would be like, why are you wasting my time? Like, no, the odds of somebody being like, oh, this renowned atheist also gave $5 a month on Patreon to this YouTuber. He's also probably an atheist. First off, you got me. And then secondly, hold on, I'm just confused about this part here. But secondly, I just don't see it happening. So I guess it is a nice gesture. But I would I think there's a lot of nice.
I understand what you're saying.
You could take it to the extreme, right? You could be like, "Hey, I'm a known Christian. Is it okay if I comment on your video?" Yeah, of course. No one's gonna be like, "Oh, this guy, he's really into reading the Bhagavad Gita, and also he comments on Isaac." Like, is NL a devout follower of whatever? I don't think so.
My point was that I appreciated the thought, but I felt it wasn't really necessary.
I think that's fair.
But I definitely appreciate the heads up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like.
I think most sane people would not automatically label me as a type of person if I'm supported by another particular type of person.
It depends on specifically what kind of person, I suppose. But
yeah, well. I'm just following the numbers.
I am not. I am being very risky. Let's put it that way. I'm being.
I was not zoomed in far enough. All right, now I'm following the numbers.
Brett.
I'm gonna make sure I put a marker down here. You know what country we're in.
Oh yes. It's also a part of the country that has water adjacent to it, which really narrows it down.
Oh wow, I got you by a whole lot.
Yeah, I didn't know people could live in the heel of the boot like that. I didn't realize there were nutrients down there.
Dude, I was zoomed out the level. I could only see the SS and the number and not the SP. And for the longest time I was scrolling south based off the SS number. And then I looked further and realized that it's supposed to be SP. So I probably could have found it had I had more time. But
yeah,
I don't. What's your score right now?
15,844.
I'm up by about 3,000.
That's a tough one. I hope we are in South America.
How did that happen? I haven't even been paying attention to the scores. I've been too busy talking about YouTube.
What on earth is this sign?
This truck is carrying a whole lot of explosive material. That's a lot of propane tanks, dude. What sign you talking about?
I can't tell you, but it's insane.
Okay.
So I can kind of tell you. It's got a fish on it. And like the whole fish, skin, fins, eyeballs, and all is served, like battered and served.
Okay.
I've eaten full battered fish before in my life.
I see it.
Yeah.
From Guatemagica.
From Guatemagica, yes. Not to be confused with Guatemala.
As a looks like a perch or a bluegill or something.
I've had fish like that in the past, and don't get me wrong, sometimes you go out to a Korean restaurant, they'll serve you like a full trying to think of what fish it is. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I think it's a mackerel usually.
Mackerel, yeah.
And like I can get down with it. You use your chopsticks to kind of rip a piece off of the skin. Sometimes you get a nice little piece of the fillet. Sometimes you get like, I don't even know what this is, but I eat it anyway. But a fully battered fish, head to stern, it's not for me.
The only I'm not gonna lie, I've eaten fish prepared that way that was on that sign.
Really?
The only thing that sucks is having to pick through and around all the little bones.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like salmon bones that you can just eat. It's like actual bone.
Oh, I hear you. Bone, 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 bone,
Yep.
bone. Tell me what you gonna do.
Wake up.
Yeah, well, I was doing Crossroads, but that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other one.
First of the month is the superior song.
I agree. I do.
Do you think we're in Guatemala?
Can't say yes, can't say no. What I would say is that if I saw a sign that said Guada anything, I'm putting us in Guatemala. Unless it said Guada, in which case I'd probably just put us in Guadalajara. But
So you're saying that Guadalajara magic would not necessarily be anywhere other than Guatemala?
that's my thought, yeah. Solicita tu credito amigo. Talk to your credit friend. As a little kid holding up like a clip art of a house.
Graphic design is my passion.
Graphic design is my passion. A lot of these meals are kind of interesting to me. This one looks like 4 shrimp dunked in a cup of coffee. It's probably delicious. It's probably better than anything I've ever eaten in my whole life from the Jet Set restaurant. But
don't worry, friends. It's inflammable. Except this time, there's a part of the logo is actual fire.
Oh no!
Coming off of the word inflammable. It's so good. We've had a lot of Central American guesses.
I was thinking that too.
We were basically on top of it.
It is what it is.
Well, I will happily take a 2-1 favorite. At least I didn't get sweeped, and at least he didn't get counterswept. Although I did give it up on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm thankful for that at least. It was pretty close to being a clean sweep.
Where did the separation come from in this game? Because I really wasn't paying attention.
Like every guess.
We got 5,000 on the first one, basically.
Yeah, you beat me on the next 3 pretty handily.
It was the Italian one that kind of sunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong about that one.
But hey, I'll take it. You're still up by 2 games. It's not like it's.
I'm not despondent. It's all good.
I made some progress at least.
For now, thanks for watching. That's another week of Geoguessr in the books. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button. Apart from that, thanks for watching. We'll see you on Monday with a new batch. See ya.
See you later.